fusion. And what it was doing, I made a video, I think a couple years ago, about it went viral about just if your AC when you put it all the way to cold, it went to heat, just move it one space, and that would make it go cold.
Top of that thing, that's the water that's running through.
Jesus, look at that! Wow.
Now, these are new fittings.
Yeah. So, but it finally went to where it wouldn't activate. I mean, I'll show you. It's on with the AC button on, with the recycle and the max AC button. I'm all the way in one click. It's got gas. I checked it was short cycling to where it would get very little cooling. So I checked it. I say, well, maybe this, I kind of fired one shot out of the parts cannon because it was going up in pressure and then shutting off right away. So I figured, well, maybe and then it gave me a code for the AC pressure switch, but it wouldn't give me a code for the evaporator temperature sensor. So I changed the switch and it kept doing the same with a brand new switch. And I tested the switches. So anyways, I'll let you see what the temperature is pumping out right now, what's getting in my face right now. It's 105.8. That's what I'm getting blasted, 106.2. So I hooked up my Autel MS906, and I went into the HVAC mode, and live data, and look at what the evaporator temperature sensor is reading, 33.8. However, when I did the code read, is not reading a code for the evaporator sensor, which has a code. The evaporator temperature sensor has a specific code to it on this Ford. It's a Ford Fusion 2011, but it's not triggering the sensor. So there's a malfunction in the sensor. So I went and got me a temperature sensor. Here it is. This from O'Reilly. And I did the bypass, which is the second and third cables, not spaces, cables. So it's the gray cable with the purple cable. You bite into those I use this little piggybacks, and then I'm gonna show you what happens when you hook up. So I just made connectors because this little connectors are really tiny. They're really tiny. So I rigged it. I'm gonna connect it, both sides, and you're gonna hear the compressor come on. There it is. There goes the compressor. Just put it there. And here's what's going on right now. So it's gonna go down. I can tell you right. Here it goes. And if you look, it's going down, and look at the evaporator temperature sensor. The evaporator temperature is reading at 102. 102. Now, mind you, it's at 102. Why is it at 102? because it's sitting out here. It's not touching the evaporator. It's not anywhere near it. So the temperature there is 102 right now. I'm gonna close the windows. There you go. There you go. So the temperature inside, not where I'm sitting, but where this thing is sitting, it's 100 degrees. And see the temperature where it's pumping now. It's at 69. Here we are. This is an infrared thermometer. Cheapy from some Ames from Harbor Freight. And we're going down to 55. And it's still reading 100.4 because I have it there. Okay? So you're not always going to get the malfunction code for the evaporator temperature sensor. But if you go in there, here you go, the temperature's going down. If you go in here and read whatever sensors on the HVAC, what your evaporator temperature is, and you know for a fact it's hot as hell out here, but it's measuring like it was before, like 32 or 32 degrees, you know for a fact that's reading wrong. Okay? So that's a good case study, and it's gonna throw signs like it's gonna be freaking short cycling because of a problem with your with your AC pressure switch. You might even get a code for it, but always do the reading from the HVAC. If you have a smart bi-directional like this one, Altel MS906, there are others that are not that expensive that can read this live. See, we're going down to 96.8. That means that right there is detected 96.8. But right now I'm cold. It's cold in here. Let's go all the way down to see if it's actually all the way down. So if your car is starting to act now, that's all the way down to cold. In that other video I made, I was able to get it cooling by just going, if you went all the way to cold and the car went to hot, and you went one click over and it went back to cold, there's a possibility that you have a problem with that evaporator temperature sensor that Ford engineers, idiots, put all the way behind there. There's a way to get all this stuff out of here and break it with a Dremel and hammer it out and all that shit. I bypass all of that and come down here and then do the gray and the purple and then connect the sensor. So there's the case study. Good luck.